All right, here we are again for a morning shave. In the morning this time, like a normal person. So the brush and bowl, or the brush and mug, have been soaking in the warm water while I was in the shower. I love doing that. Gives you a nice warm lather. Today we're going to use a soap that my brother gave me for Christmas or birthday once, called Blackmore, from local gent shaving company. I'm not sure these guys are still in business. My brother said he thinks they may have gone out of business. I'm not sure what makes him think that, but anyway, I have a couple of their things. Empty out the mug. Today I'm using one of my old favorites. It's a good mug. It has character, right? We've all got little chips and flaws. And synthetic brush here. And I always have a bit of a hard time with the synthetics. I really like the natural fibers because they hold the water better, but the synthetics they're popular. They're soft, you know, they're a good brush, and you get a lot for your money with it. The trick here is that I usually have to start with it fairly wet and just make sure I load that brush well and get plenty of soap in there to counteract more water. And that's okay, because it lets me build a nice big lather. But I enjoy my time shaving. This is my time to slow down and relax and enjoy things. You know, I've mentioned before, as men, we tend to take on so many responsibilities. We've got so much to do. Right now I've got a truck up on jack stands. Been replacing leaf springs. First time ever doing those. It's not a terribly complicated job, but you know, I ran into a few issues, and one of those is that I tend to do my tasks, you know, in 20-minute increments as I have time. You know, after work, I take kids around to wherever they need to go, and you get 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, go out, remove a few bolts, put a few bolts back on, try to shove that axle back in place to line it up with the leaf springs. You know, we run all day long, and that's what gets us into that state where I've mentioned before, I used to have this mirror suction cup to the wall of the shower. Good lather. Used to have this mirror suction cup to the wall of the shower, and that's what shaving was. You know, quick 60-second hack and slash. The mirror was useless because it was covered in hard water and minerals. Didn't get any up my nose today. That's good. You know, there's a reason that things like cartridge razors were invented and became popular, because they're a matter of convenience. Using an old Gillette Ball End today with the second use Astra Green. My brother gave me these Astra Greens, and they're good smooth blades. My younger brother did. Good smooth blades. I was impressed with it. And this razor, I think, is, as near as I can figure, it was made in about 1930. So it's coming on about 90 years old. And still great. Little aggressive with the open comb, but I like it. But you know, things like the cartridge razors, they were created because it's a matter of convenience. Shaving like this takes time, you know, and just like pens, you know, there used to be a time when fountain pens were all that you had. And, you know, people had pocket protectors because pens leak. You have to refill them, you know, their work. And so ballpoint pens became popular because it's a matter of convenience. Maybe not the best technique here, but I've never claimed to be an expert. I've just had dry lips lately. But you know, and then people kind of realize, well, in this busy world, we've gone too far from the things that make life fun and enjoyable. And so, you know, there's a crowd of people who like fountain pens. I'm one of those. Becomes more of a craft. They're enjoyable. You know, they're generally more expensive than a ballpoint pen, more difficult to use and write with. But there's a reason we use them, because we're looking for something better. We're looking for that craft and quality. That's the same thing here. I'd have been done 5 minutes ago if I was shaving with my cartridge razor. But I'm not here to do it fast today. This is always a hard angle for me. My arm doesn't bend quite like that. But you know, this is my time to slow down. Put down my responsibilities for a bit. I'm gonna rinse real quick. Put down my responsibilities for a bit and take time, instead of always carrying the weight of those manly responsibilities. Oh man, you can already see I've already been mean to myself. And this is your time to slow down and enjoy this aspect of being a man. You know, build the lather. It's kind of meditative. This is your time to lock the door and flex in the mirror. You know, I know none of you are going to admit to that, but I'm sure we all do it and tell ourselves, you know, how lucky my wife is that she landed such a fine specimen. And of course you have to suck in your gut so it's convincing as you're telling yourself that. Maybe I'm the only one. But I don't do this wet shaving because it's convenient. I love that noise. I love that sound. Lets you know the razor's working. I do this for the experience because I enjoy it. Around my lips have always been tough for me. Maybe I just need to learn better technique. I don't know. But my plan today, after a day of work of course, is to finish up those leaf springs on that truck. This is the last day this week. Oh man, this has been a bad shave. I love this razor and I love these blades, but I am just, that's all my technique right there. That is my technique lacking something fierce. And it's funny, some days it'll be real good, other days, maybe it's because I'm talking, not paying as good attention to what I'm doing. And this open comb you know, it's an aggressive razor. It's not very forgiving. But it's a good one. I like it. But some days, you know, some days you are just like that. That's what the styptic pencil's for. That's what the Allen block is for. Some days you just have more blood than others. Little blood never, well, I shouldn't say little blood never killed a man. Little nick shaving isn't a bad thing. It's okay. I don't know about you, but I like to hold the razor real close to the head. I feel like that gives me the control I need. I don't think I've made myself bleed this bad since last time I used a shavette. But that nice smooth shave you get out of this is worth all the trouble. 7-year-old's asking if he can come in. He can't come in right now. This is my time. Besides, that's what the other bathroom's for. Not too bad when all's said and done. Oh, I should have rinsed again before that last one. This part of my neck, right here, is always the part that needs more. And actually, it's really good today. Just a little patch right there. There we go. Very nice. All right. Rinse off my hand. Wipe off the razor. So that's 2 uses on that Astra Green. I might just give it 1 more on this open comb. You want it to be a nice sharp blade. Otherwise this happens. Boy, do not follow my example today. Except for when it comes to getting the soap out of your nose. You should always get soap out of your nose. All right, time for the cold water rinse. Turn off that hot, let it get nice and cold. Put the bowl down in, start rinsing off that brush and bowl. And we're going to put the styptic pencil to work today. I like to leave my face a little wet, get the styptic pencil wet, and feel the sting. paint a full mustache on with this. Really haven't had a shave this bad in a long time. And then I like to rinse that off and then wipe it off so I'm not putting away a bloody pencil. Put that back in its drawer. And I'm going to use the alum block today as well. When I know that I've had a bad shave or a rough shave, I like to use the alum block. Ooh, that stings. That's a good hurt. It's a good sting. Lets you know the alum block is doing its job. And then the same thing, I like to rinse it and then take it, wipe that dry, work the brush a little bit, water, work all the soap out of it. And then usually I'll do either the alum block or witch hazel. Ooh. But I think I need both today. Just using a standard T.N. Dickinson witch hazel from the wherever you buy your stuff. No additives, no aloe or scents or anything like that. That'll be good for my face. Turn off that water. Clean up that brush in a minute. And then, because it's spring and we're getting into the good weather, I'm going to use a little Chiseled Face Trade Winds. I unfortunately am not a huge fan of all of their aftershaves. I was hoping I'd like all of them. They all kind of have this earthy base note that is really strong. So I've got 3 of them, and I kind of feel like I don't have as much variety as I would like. Of the 3 I have, I think Trade Winds is my favorite, followed by Summer Storm. And then Sherlock, you know, there's better leathers and tobaccos out there than their Sherlock. I hate to say that, but that's my opinion. Your mileage may vary. And that's it. I just have a little cleanup to do, and we are ready for the day.